Hey guys,
I'm Elina.
my name is Deli.
And we are...
Delina.
Delina, yeah. So, yeah, we have a nickname. Awkward. This video... What was this video about?
You mean that? This video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about international love.
Lemon. Yeah, I think I'll start by telling how me and Deli met, which was actually almost 2 years ago. Don't go so far away. I like you close. Yeah, 2 years ago, I was in Hawaii on a vacation. I had just graduated from high school, and I was staying in a hostel. And at the same time, you were living here already, right? You had moved here from
Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
What?
And this one night, me and some people I had just met at the hostel went to a bar called a Play Bar. Not a fancy place, don't recommend it. And how did we meet? Oh yeah, I met your friend. I met Deli's friend outside the bar on a bus stop at first, and I started talking with him, and I had already decided I'm gonna move here, and I knew the college I was gonna go to, and I started talking with the guy, and it turns out he was going to the same college too, and he said that his friend is coming over soon, so I waited, and then Deli came up. And you want to tell them about your haircut?
Oh yeah, I used to have very colorful hair.
He had a red mohawk.
Yeah.
And back then he didn't really speak English.
No, not at all. Even now.
Even now. But at the end of the night we exchanged numbers. I don't know why. Because obviously there was no connection.
Because you were saying you want to go do stand up paddleboard with me, and then
I don't think I said that.
no. Oh, you give me your number because I had a truck.
That might be true. But yeah, turns out Deli had like a prepaid card, and he tried texting me like 2-3 times. But of course, I never got the messages because you couldn't text internationally,
yeah.
And he thought that I didn't like him.
Yeah, and I gave up at that point. I was like, "Fuck this bitch."
That's just me. And well, the next day you found me on Facebook.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. So I got a friend request from him, and actually at that point, I didn't even really like Deli, but
Really?
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
To be honest, but I went out with him because he had a truck, and I wanted to go to the other news, to the other side of the island. So we ended up going on a date, and here we are.
Yeah. Here we are, living together and stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about how it's like living with a Asian boyfriend, or whatever you would like to call it?
Well, yeah, sure.
How it's like?
How it's like. It's interesting. Like, to be honest, every day is different. Because even though we both speak English, there's a lot of stuff I can't say in English, and there's a lot of stuff you can't say in English. Deli, I don't know if all of you know, but Deli is Mongolian.
Yeah.
Mongolian. And but he was born in China, and like, how many years did you live in China?
I lived there for 12 years.
12 years. Then he moved to Tokyo,
Japan.
and lived there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Delios, what's your first language? Chinese, Mongolian,
I don't know.
Japanese. So even though Deli knows many languages, we, you know, in English it's hard to say some stuff. So we have arguments almost daily.
Yeah. Every day. No, of course not every day, but
Be honest.
you know, small. What do you call that? Spat.
Spat.
Yeah, little spat. Well, those small spats kind of like
You start calling them spats.
kind of like spice things up, you know.
Add some pepper.
Yeah. Well, for me, living with a girlfriend, and especially like, you know, good looking and well, it's nice. Sometimes there's sometimes they're trouble and sometimes they're not. And then the important part is that we both are happy living together as the conclusion.
And I think dating a foreigner makes your life just a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, just
you
gonna let
never
you know,
get
it doesn't
bored.
make it easier.
It doesn't make it easier, but it makes it really interesting. Like, you learn so much from the other one.
Yeah, you do.
Like, I learned some Japanese.
Yeah. And even some perspective, for example, like
I learned some perspective.
the way that I think or the way you think, we both have different way of thinking. We're both from different part of the world, and then, you know, we pick up things from each other, and we grew something new, and we.
If you guys notice, we changed spots.
Yeah.
The battery ran out. So, as I was saying, I'm not completely Finnish anymore, and Deli's not completely Chinese, Japanese, Mongolian. We have created our own culture that's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. And for example, like some new conventions or something that we both do.
Yeah, like you stopped eating with chopsticks. I tried eating with chopsticks.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't work out.
Yeah. Sometimes people say one ending is another's beginning. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but I guess you guys are smarter than me. Probably you guys figured out what I meant, but yeah.
What other conventions do we have?
For example, like you cook and I clean. Aren't those?
Oh, one thing that has changed. In the beginning, you kind of expected me to be your
servant.
your server. Like you would tell me stuff like, "I'm thirsty," and then I would be like, "Should I do something about it?" But nowadays, I think it's because of the culture.
Yeah.
You know, your mom was
Different.
always feeding you, and
Sure.
you and your dad would sit around and watch TV, right?
Yeah.
No, kidding.
Different culture.
Different culture, and then I guess in the beginning you expected that from me.
Yeah, I kind of did. But you know,
I don't do that.
you know, we guys never expect too high. You know, keep your expectation low. You know, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I think now we have.
Now we
have like split split up the chores in the middle. I cook.
and I clean. I wash dishes,
Yeah.
and then, for example, like she does this part of the cleaning around the apartment, and I do another part. Well, I guess none of us like it. I mean the cleaning part, not who does what.
What is the worst part about living with me?
Worst part? Well, I don't know. For example, like
Mountain of clothes.
mountain of clothes. Yeah, that's pretty big. I don't know why. I used to be a very, very messy guy. I used to pile my clothes all over, and nowadays that's like when I see her clothes somewhere, and I was like, "Why is this here?" Of course, I don't yell like this. But
Yes, you do.
What, I yell even more? I'm just kidding. Well, it kind of changed the way, you know, I don't know. I became more productive, or I'm expecting you to do something more, or, you know. Well, we sometimes have a little bit argument about like
Who should clean what,
or why you're piling up your clothes. But all this kind of argument was like kind of like, you know, a few months ago. Now it's more kind of like settled, you know. We've been together for 2 years. Almost 2 years,
and then lived together almost 2 years as well.
Yeah, lived together. Yeah, we moved in pretty quick, but yeah, I think it was kind of like nice thing. Get to know her like quickly.
And it's actually funny. My friend from Finland taught Deli how to yell like "nainen," and now he might yell at me like if there's something, you know, there's a mess or something. He's like "nainen." Can you demonstrate?
Nainen.
No, like he.
Big. No, that's bad word. You guys don't learn that. I mean, non-Finnish speakers.
Can you stop doing this? I guess this is a cultural thing too.
Yeah, this is a culture thing too. I don't know. Or
your family always does this, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's weird.
I probably picked this up from my parents or you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Do you have anything?
Do you want to ask me something?
How are you feeling living with me?
I think living with Deli has been awesome. Sometimes he drives me nuts. He enjoys video games and stuff like that. And
sometimes.
It's not daily.
Rarely.
Deli enjoys video games daily. Daily. And I get frustrated because I'm cooking. And like every time we go grocery shopping, I ask Deli, what would you like for dinner? And he tells me, oh, I want scampi. Oh, I want penne vodka or something very like difficult and time consuming. And then I'm in the kitchen and it's super hot and I'm just cooking. And then I ask him, can he clean the table? And he's like, yeah. But actually he spends 2 hours playing. What game do you play again?
Counter-Strike.
Yeah. And then when I'm done with cooking, the table is still messy. It's not nice.
That's guy's problem.
That's little boy's problem.
Well, yeah. I sometimes do clean stuff and, you know, move things around.
Move things around.
Cleaning the table. You know, sometimes you guys, you know, you're busy. You're not, you know, you don't have like 4 or 5 arms to do things, you know. Yeah. But overall, I think it has been awesome living with this chick right here.
You're calling me names that you've never called me before.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, have you wondered another thing that I don't really call you by your name?
Yeah. Deli rarely calls me by my name.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like a cultural thing. I don't know.
What do you always call me?
Honey.
Honey! All the time I hear, honey! Or even in school, we always take the same classes because we have the same major. I always hear, honey! Honey! Even though, like, during the first day, I always tell Deli, like, let's not make a big deal out of it. I don't want everyone to know that we're dating and, you know, treat us differently. But Deli's always, like, 5 minutes after that, he's like, honey! And I'm like, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Our days and nights.
I guess I don't know if we actually talked about what it's like to be in an interracial relationship, but at least you got to see how we are together.
Yeah. And from now on, I think you will be able to see more details, like what kind of things are going on with our life, or some follow-up videos to, you know, some events, or yeah.
What was her nickname again? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Delina!
Elina.
Bye.